we have in fact forgotten a little bit about energy for a long time as really a driver for development. I think that electricity to rural villages in Africa or in the developing world is still a long way off. And so we need to look at other alternatives. And all the alternatives is, in fact, the very basics, you know, improved cooking stoves. And we know how to do this one. So I think that then you look at, you know, solar lamps, you know, look at hydropower. You know, so there are many, they can have mini grids, you know, by which they can foresee themselves with energy. So I think that we need to really start from the basics to make people's lives better, to give them productive use and access to energy, and then build it up from there. First, of course, we need to mainstream solar and wind, you know, and bring the price down. There is no doubt about this one. But there are many innovative ideas like wave energy, you know, is energy which is available. You know, there are people who say, okay, friction energy, you know, we have so many cars driving every day, you know, you can use that energy of the friction, you know, to harness and to use. I think as we're going to make the price of the conventional energy more expensive and give more money for research in new sources of energy, you know, biofuels, of course, we have had a lot of problems with biofuels, but now the whole research which is done in algae, you know, to use energy access in remote areas. I think that 50 years from now we will have a very different energy mix than we have now.
In countries like South Africa, where they have a green renewable energy plan, they talk a lot about, you know, this is going to be creating jobs. Is this a field where there are actually jobs to be created? I
think indeed, that depends on how you approach it. You see, if you approach it by which you just have an export of northern technology to the south, you know, and then all the profit stays in the north, then maybe no. But if you try to create, provide energy and at the same time look at the poverty reduction aspect. You see, that's what we as UNDP are the whole time saying, that if you have to address climate change, if you have to address energy efficiency, renewable energy, do it in such a way that you also look at job creation at the local level, so that you can address the climate change challenge and at the same time make poverty history. It's all a question of planning. And of course, if you do it in a sustainable manner, then indeed you can create employment and create a lot of employment. Not only by providing the energy, but also by having the energy there, this will create small businesses.
Is there a danger that, you know, the big northern energy corporations in a way will take over this initiative?
I'm very scared. Yes, I think it is now better. I think that by the fact that we have now in the action plan the whole bottom up, you know, the focus on the 3 billion at the bottom of the pyramid. But there was indeed, you know, and somebody mentioned it, if ministers come together, they want big investment plans. This is what gives them visibility, this is what gives them political support. They are not so much interested to really go to the villages on the woman who lives on $1 a day and look at her needs. You know, so indeed we need to be very watchful that this initiative is not making the rich companies of the north more richer on the energy poverty of the south. And if indeed we export technologies, if indeed we use utilities from the north, that we use franchising or other mechanism by which in fact the benefit stays in the south and that you create local entrepreneurship, local opportunities in the south. I think that's really important, that this initiative is not only about providing energy, but is providing energy in a fair and effective manner.